Hello, 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 and welcome to 20 Years with a Narcissist. I'm your host, Shakira, and today I would like to give you guys a little insight on why I created this podcast and just a little bit of the ins and outs of how things go. So, I created this, I actually joined a podcast team called the Seven Figure Podcast. They have a community on the Mighty app. And the Mighty app, I actually created a community for my subscribers as well so that they can have somewhere to come and vent about their toxic relationships. So the Seven Figure Podcast got me jump started on creating my own podcast. I was actually talking about it with my girlfriends previous to. So when I came across it on, I believe it was Facebook or Instagram, I was like, wait, is this universe trying to tell me like, hey, we're talking about a podcast. Hey, I got something for you. So yeah, I jumped on the opportunity. Signed up with them in February of 2025, last year. And it took until October for me to start the podcast. The reason that is because I was in a relationship and it, I guess, didn't allow me to focus on starting the podcast. I definitely talked about that relationship a little bit throughout my previous episodes. Please feel free to go back and take a look at those. But that relationship actually ended in a way that put the fire under my butt and propelled me into getting started with the podcast. So you know how like all things happen for a reason? Like I needed that to happen for me to do what I'm supposed to be doing, because at this point I really feel like this is my purpose. This is purposeful for me. I'm also a licensed practical nurse. I've been doing that for 16 years. I recently graduated from cosmetology school. So I'm already working at the barbershop, trying to, do what I do best. My niche is braids. I did my own hair. They're 45 inches long. Um, Took me 2 weeks. It only took me 2 weeks because I was still in school, going to school at night. I work as a nurse, licensed practical nurse during the day, Wednesday, and then the whole weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday is my little schedule. And, I got sick in there a little bit along the way. So it just took a while. I think I had counted them. It was about 316 braids, but braids is my specialty. I also do lots, and twists of any sort. But I can also do, a quick little silk press. I can shampoo, dry you, straighten you, trim you, and curl you up if that's what you require as well. So I started working at the barbershop on the Tuesdays and Thursdays that I'm off, and Monday is podcast day. So today is Monday. I was supposed to have a guest today, but they were having technical difficulties on their end. So I decided to talk to you guys about me and how and why I got started. So the title of the podcast is 20 Years with a Narcissist, because I did indeed spend 20 years with a narcissist. I talked about it on my previous episodes, of course, but just in case you haven't ever seen any of them, I was 14 and I was finally out of the relationship for good at 34. It's 20 years, right? Now, it wasn't a straight 20. Of course, it was some on and off, but it was more on than off. I created 5 children out of that relationship. I was never in a relationship, alone. There was always somebody else that he was dealing with while we were in a relationship together. He had 3 children by 2 different women on me during our marriage. So, it was just one of them very unhealthy relationships I was completely unaware that I was in. You get loved ones around you, friends, family, that's telling you, leave that person alone. They don't deserve you. Get run. Like, and I created the community for people to come and vent, because I will call my mom, my best friend, whoever I felt like I could confide in about the things that he would do to me. It was just so horrible. I had to talk to somebody about it. But in the same breath, I wasn't going nowhere, or I would leave, but eventually I would let them come right back. So a person 20 years, like a person can take but so much of going through listening to you cry and complain about the horrible ways this person is treating you, and you just won't let them go all the way. Like, let them go, especially if they love and care about you. It actually hurts them. It's actually hurtful. So this community is going to allow you to be able to come and tell somebody who is experienced in what it is you're going through, and I can actually give you some advice. I'm not a therapist, I'm not a licensed psychologist, I cannot claim to wear either of those hats, but I come from experience, and I have read several books by psychologists and therapists who explain narcissism in its entirety. So, and I'm constantly rereading those books, refreshing, my knowledge and what I know, so that I am giving you all the right information and steering you in the right direction. Like I said, couldn't nobody tell me anything. I was not going anywhere. So I totally understand you needing to at least not only get it off your chest, because what happens when you bottle up emotions and hold them in, it literally makes you physically sick. You find yourself with some type of diseases. I've heard some of the stories I heard on the books that I've read. They had headaches every day, would wake up with a headache, and when they finally got away from their narc, the headache eventually alleviated. Like, it just subsided. It decided to go away because you were no longer living in that fight or flight, in that stressful state to cause your body illness. I really just want to wake everybody up. I really just want everybody to see, what an unhealthy, toxic relationship looks like, and to, if you can, get out of it, because no matter how many tools you have to navigate through it, which I will also give, you're still going to have some unhealthy things going on within your body and your mind. It's literally no way around it. And I don't want that for any of y'all, but I do understand, having been in it for 20 years on and off, to not be able to let it go, to yearn for this person so much that you'll endure all the pain that they put you through. So I'm here for it. I'm all the way here for it. So in the beginning, or in my introduction, when I first start the podcast, I start with affirmations, because my goal is to pour into whoever's watching. I need you to know that you are whole and complete and enough, without anybody else connected to you, with you, around you, all by your lonesome, all by yourself. You are whole, complete, and enough. I need you to know that all the things that you going through, and the fact that you still here kicking and screaming, even, or silently just taking it, you are strong. You are brave and you are resilient. Do you know the strength and the resiliency that it takes to endure pain on a daily or regular basis? You a beast for real. And by the time you do get out of that relationship, man, the things you're going to be able to conquer, I promise you, you're going to surprise yourself. And I'm here to help you see that, know that, understand that, and live within that. And finally, you are guided, you are protected, and you are safe, because even though you don't, being guided by supernatural forces, aka God, is a behind the scenes thing. If you actually sit still and zoom in and pay attention, you'll see the guidance. You'll see the protection. You'll see that God has been keeping you safe all this time, even though you walking around with a black eye, even though he busted your lip, even though your heart is literally breaking, like that one sitting behind me. Finally, I found my exit. Okay, I found my exit. But some of y'all have not found y'all exit yet. So even as your heart is sitting there breaking, God is holding you. He is protecting you. He is keeping you safe. And the more you hear that, the more you'll, take it in, believe it, and own it, and become it. So every time I start every episode, I'm going to lead with affirmations, so that I am pouring into my subscribers and those who are watching. which I thank y'all very much for watching. Um, so yeah, that is the reason why I started this podcast. That is why I have created the community. As soon as I get everything ironed out within the community, I am going to start making posts and ads on all my social medias, so that you can join. Of course, I'll YouTube will be one of the main platforms that I'll use to promote the community to get as many members as I can, so that the message can get out to as many as it can, so that I can eventually reach the entire world. The sky is the limit is what I used to always say, but at this point it's the moon and the other planets beyond. Okay, we going outside the earth is the limit. There are no limits. You know what I'm saying? So, shoot for the stars and you should at least hit the moon. I'm just saying. So, a little bit more about me. I am a mother of five. I said that they are all by my narc. My kids range from age 21 to 8. The last one is autistic, but he's like a savant. He knows how to, learn different languages. He knows music notes, musical notes. I'll walk by and see him on YouTube with, math equations that are, this long, just like, what's that number? How do you even say that? He just blows my mind, this kid. He's so amazing, but I don't know if y'all know about autism. There's also the behavior and the social side of things. That is where he struggles. The little boy got a mouth on him, y'all. The restraint and what is, because when I tell you that one right there gives me a run for my money, but they always say the baby, the last one, do that to you. But my patience, baby, he is absolutely helping me be a much more patient mom, or a human being, or individual, if you will, because uh he's a tough cookie, but I love him to life. All of them I do. I wouldn't trade him for the world. But yeah, I have plans, I have goals, I have dreams, aspirations, just like everybody else. I want to elevate and grow in every way. At some point, I would love to interview Cardi B. Okay, we need to talk about Offset because he is a narc 101. Sorry, Offset, but you're a narcissist. I don't know if you saw a therapist at all or a psychiatrist, but baby, go get diagnosed and get you some help, because you know, it's Cardi B. Like, how you messed that up? Why? Because he has unhealed trauma, unresolved, unhealed trauma that created the being that he became. He doesn't know how to treat women. He doesn't know how to respect women the way that they deserve to be respected. And I would love to hear Cardi B's story. That is my goal. That is one of my top interviews that I would like to have on my podcast. I would eventually like to be on the Tamara Hall show, or Jennifer Hudson walking down that her hallway where they hooting and hollering for me. Oh, I'm gonna write me a book about my life and what I went through, because there was clearly trauma before I even got to the 20-year narc. Before I hit 14 and he got his hands on me, how do you even fall susceptible to this type of being? What did you go through that you thought that it was okay for him to mistreat you the way he did, and you allow it for so long? So of course I had to go back to my childhood and hash out some things, cry it out, have epiphanies, mind blown, heart broke, heal back up, let me sew it back up, let me write letters to my inner child. Like, when I tell y'all I did the work, and in this community that I'm creating, I am going to give you a step by step on how I got to where I am, so that you can, eventually get there as well. I really, love helping and taking care of people. Pediatric nurse, a nurse I take care of. Sliding over to, I got certified as a personal trainer right before I started cosmetology school. I work out. I do. I'm strong. I'm pretty much in shape, and I'm just getting stronger and better every day. But that is something else that I would love to help, build somebody up with, your body image, how you look, how you view yourself, the goals that you would like to get to fitness wise. And then the crown. Come, let me slay your crown. So right now I am putting together packages where I will offer hair services. I also do mani pedis, facials. You would, get poured into affirmation wise. I can give you a good book to read. I can start you on your journey to, better mental health or healing that inner child because she's still kicking and screaming and fighting and clawing her way, to be seen and heard. And fitness, create you a workout program that fits your schedule, that is good enough for you to actually complete and conquer. Because I've had clients and eventually they fall away, they drop off, they be in there for a good strong couple weeks, and then next thing I know they give me every excuse and every reason as to why they can't make it to the gym, why I can't come work out today. All right, let's just do a Zoom. And it happens to the best of us. It truly does. Plenty of times I've fallen off a track, okay? But when you have, the knowledge and the discipline and the dedication and the determination to get back on track, you will. We're human beings. Nobody's perfect. We all fall short all the time. The goal is to never stay down. We all fall down, but get back up. Get yourself back up. Kira can help you get back up. So Mind Body Crown is the name of, the company, the organization, the LLC that I have created. I am currently putting all of my services up on Gloss Genius. I will also be promoting that with all the services that I provide. You'll get a crown experience, where you come in and get a consultation. We check out your hair. How's it growing? Because I got growing hands. I grow hair. That's I gets into it. I hear people all the time like, oh, such and such braided my hair and made it fall out. My edges is falling out and all kind of mess. No, we don't play that around here. We not doing none of that around here. You gonna get trimmed. Even my men, I will trim your hair. You have to get a trim if you want your hair to grow. It is necessary. And most of my clients are men right now because I work in a barbershop. A lot of women are here, and I'm finding out they don't particularly like to come into a barbershop where there's a bunch of men. So this is a stepping stone. This is a starting point for me. I am going to build my clientele up, and then I'll move along to somewhere else that's more fitting for what it is that, I do. So once again, I would like to thank you all for listening. I hope I gave you a little insight about Shakira and why I do what I do. I simply love helping people. And at this point, I think we all need to elevate and grow and become the best versions of ourselves. And I'm all the way here for that. Okay, y'all gonna see me at speaking events. I'm gonna go to universities, anywhere that they willing to allow me come and speak to. The youth especially is who I want to target. I got at 14 years old. So I want to go to the middle schools and the high schools and then the colleges and universities to help inform them about healthy versus toxic relationships. We get in these relationships and think that, and we just normalize it and make it be okay to be abused, whether verbally, emotionally, mentally, physically, in whatever manner you're being abused. It's not okay. I don't care how many times they say they love you. That's not love. Look up the definition in the Bible of what love means, what it is. Oh my goodness, I love that definition of love. I love love. I am a lover. And unfortunately though, it makes me a perfect target for narcissists. We're like the perfect source of supply for them to suck up all our energy and our light and our love and everything that we bring to the table. We're givers, we're doers. What you need, babe? Okay, no problem. I got you. While he over here cheating and bringing you back STDs and having babies on you and disrespecting you. You know, it's insane, but we can't stand for it. We cannot allow it to be okay. And it's just on all ends of the spectrum, in every type of relationship, not just heterosexual, in every type of relationship, not even just intimate relationships, mother, daughter, parents, boss, neighbors, coworkers, all of them. You find yourself just in this tug of war with somebody who are you competing with me? Like, I don't want to compete with you. Like, what are we doing here? Why are you so aggressive? Why are you so mean? Why are you talk to me like this? Why you treat me like this? Why are you acting like this towards me? What did I do? You know, it's your light. You ain't do nothing but be the awesome person that you are. And I just want you all to know that y'all are all awesome and amazing. Okay? And if ain't nobody else told you, I love you, kings and queens. I hope y'all have an amazing rest of your day. And soon tune in for the next episode. I got a couple guests lined up who are willing to talk about their stories, and I'm very excited to interview them. Thanks again for watching. Until next time, remember, you are guided, you are protected, and you are safe.